Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. I hope you are doing well, inshallah, keeping healthy, keeping safe, keeping calm in this coronavirus pandemic. My name is Ismail Sheikh. I'm part of the education and outreach team at Naseeha. And in the next coming weeks and months, well, hopefully, this virus doesn't last us for months, but in the next coming weeks, Naseeha is here for you. We are going to be releasing content to share with all of you to help you get through this pandemic. Content related to mental health, content related to family, content related to parenting and youth. There's lots of great programs and webinars and video content that's coming out, inshallah. So please stay tuned, share this video, share this content, invite your friends, invite your family members, and keep a lookout for Naseeha's content on social media, inshallah. So in this video, what I wanted to talk to you about was something from the business world that's very interesting that we see. When a lot of people in times of crisis are pulling money out from their stock market, they're pulling their money out from the stock market because of fear, because of panic, because of greed. And you notice these three things are all based in emotions, right? Pure emotions. When people are pulling money out, savvy businessmen and savvy investors, what they are thinking of is, when is the right time to actually put money into the market? Now, I want to preface this by saying this is not business advice that's coming from, Ismail. I don't want you to go out there and say, brother Ismail told us that we should be putting our money in the stock market right now, because that is really not the point or example that that's really not the message that I want you to get from this example. What I want you to understand is that, in times of crisis, it's important to be level-headed. It's important to not be so emotional that you catastrophize and make things sort of bigger than what they're seeming. And I don't mean that in a condescending way. What I mean to say is that, a lot of people, they completely push reason aside. Right? In these times of crisis, they put reason aside and they completely behave in ways that are emotional. So there's no reason, there's no thinking, there's no planning, and people just go out there, hoard stuff, buy toilet paper, and do all types of other irrational things that we see people are doing and hear in the news. At the same time, if you're too rational, if you're too cool and you're too detached from the world and what's going on, then you're not preparing yourself, right? Then you're not taking the necessary precautions to make sure that you're healthy, that you're practicing hand hygiene, that you're taking care of yourself. So it's important for all of us to find that balance between emotions, which are important because they signal and orient us to what is actually what we need to pay attention to, either outside of us or inside of us. And then there's reason, right? There's rationality that befriends emotion, that is a friend to emotions, because it takes a look at things and says, okay, when am I thinking too much, right? When is my emotion completely taking me over and I'm behaving in ways that are unhealthy to myself, unhealthy to other people, unhealthy to my family, friends, the public, and so on and so forth. So in therapy, we often term this the wise mind, the place of being in a wise mind, right? And in order for you to get into that place, there's a couple of tips and techniques that you can use. One of them is, taking some deep breaths and bringing your attention and your focus to your breath. So when you're inhaling, when you close your eyes and you're inhaling, and you're exhaling, noticing, where your breath is going in your nostrils, noticing where it's going in your throat, in your chest. Similarly, when you're exhaling, noticing what this breath feels like. Is it cold? Is it dry? Is it wet? And, bringing your attention to it for a couple of minutes. And if your mind wanders to different worries or different anxieties or what you have to do the next day or the lunch that you have to prepare for your children, noticing that, not judging yourself or feeling bad about it, but then bringing your attention back to focusing on your breath. And that will, inshallah, what it'll do is it will activate certain areas in your brain that are involved in managing managing those emotions that make you feel really, really elevated, you know, that nervousness and that anxiety. Another really cool tip that I wanted to share with you is also from mindfulness, and this tip is about, you know, noticing your senses, noticing what kind of sensory input you're getting right now. So once again, this exercise is also about coming into the present moment. So what are 3 things that I can taste in my mouth right now? What are 3 things that I can see right now? You know, naming those things. What are 3 things that I can feel on my body right now? So for example, I can feel my clothes, I can feel this chair that I'm sitting on, touching my butt, I can feel the carpet that's touching my feet. So those are 3 things that I can feel. What are 3 things that I can hear right now, right? So that's another great exercise. That's another great exercise and tip that I wanted to share with you that can help you come into this present moment. So let's all try to get through this together, and let's find that place in the wise mind, the wise mind place that I spoke of, inshallah. And please stay tuned and share this video if it's been helpful. Comment on it, ask questions, engage with us, and share this video with your loved ones. And please make sure that you are liking our page, that you're following our page, because there's going to be a lot more content that's going to be coming out, inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.